Namaste my friends, welcome or welcome back. This video I want to dedicate to one of the most desired poses for the yoga beginners, which is the BAKASANA or the Crow Pose. Let me show to you how it looks like. This pose, in the very beginning, when you try to get to it, may seem impossible to do, and it was impossible to do for me for a long time. But I will show to you some tricks, some preparations, so that you can get closer to this desirable pose, if it is for you. Let's start. First thing, the most important, you need to start with a warm-up of your wrists, because with such a balanced pose you can really hurt them if they're not ready. So in order to do so, we unite our palms in front of our chest, then we open our palms towards ourselves, then we unite the opposite side of the palms and we put our fingers down, then fingers are facing forward and again up. So open the palms, fingers down, fingers forward, and up in Namaste. Couple movements this way, warming nicely your wrists, breathing normally. And in the opposite direction. This can be already enough. If you want to warm up a bit more, or maybe it's winter, you can do some movements like that. So we unite our palms and we cross the fingers and we start kind of like rolling, if I can say it this way. Try to simply repeat this movement without thinking what it is. And in the opposite direction. Twisting, and turning the wrists. Up and down, you can do the wave, for example, and in the opposite direction. Then put your hands forward and try to spread your fingers as much as you can. So fingers go down and up. Perfect. Now make a wrist and put the thumb inside. Make a fist. Some rolling, some turnings inside and in the opposite direction. Of course, it is also nice to warm the rest of your body, but we're talking about the most essential things, so these are the wrists in this case. The other preparation, which is very useful to perform Bakasana, is the fold. So you can do or a couple attempts for the Uttanasana or the forward fold from the seated position, like this. Staying here for some time. Or from the standing position. Uttanasana pose. And it shouldn't be completely the fold, It's important that you give the vector, the movement. So your legs can be bent in the knees. Continue breathing. Maybe trying to straighten your legs one at a time. Very well. The first way to enter into the Bakasana, it is from the Kagasana pose or Malasana pose. It's this way when you're sitting, when you're squatting, between your feet, trying to bring your knees as further from you as possible. And you can put your hands in Namaste. In this position, I would like you to feel that you're pushing with your legs, you're kind of squeezing your arms, and your arms are pushing in the opposite direction. Feel this strength, this pressure. This will help you with the feeling in Bakasana, because it's important that all of your muscles are activated. Good. Now we're placing our palms in front of us, and the big fingers, the middle fingers are looking forward, or maybe these ones are looking forward, the way you prefer. Important that the fingers are widely spread and all of the surface of your hand is pressed against the yoga mat. It's glued there. Now what we're doing, we're simply bringing the weight forward and back. For now, only that. And maybe your heels are not touching the floor, which is perfectly fine. Already in this position, in this exercise, I want you to make sure that your elbows are looking back. They're not looking like this on the sides. They're perfectly back. And a couple more times. Good. Now we will do the same, but we will try to lift one foot at a time. So we raise a bit our pelvis up, because otherwise it will be very hard. And we start maybe first simply going forward. Then maybe staying here for some time. Going back. And now we lift one foot at a time. You lift one foot, you put it back. You lift another one, you put it back. And continue doing it. I know maybe it doesn't look very beautiful in the beginning, but this is a great exercise. And try to stay here for as long as you can, but don't force it. As it is a balance pose, technically you don't need a lot of strength. But still, you know, like you can also do some push-ups in the beginning of your practice for the Bakasana, which will most probably help. In general, doing the plank or the push-ups, any exercise this way, staying in it for as long as you can, as often as you can, will definitely improve your Bakasana. Now we will do the same, but we will try to lift both of our feet from the ground. If you're afraid to fall, you can put some pillows in front of you, this way. I actually never did it when I was learning, but still, you know, it's a very good kind of safe cushion for you to think that just in case you fall on something soft. So once again, we're in Bakasana pose, and we're trying to go forward. Elbows are back, one at a time, and then maybe we raise one, we bring the weight forward, and then we raise another, and we remain here. You can put as many pillows as you would like in front of you, and maybe also to lean a bit on them. Try not to use too much support when you're doing yoga in general, especially in these positions. If you can avoid using the pillows or support, like please do so. So let's do it once again. Raising one, raising another, and holding for as long or as little as you can. For the next variation of the entrance into the crow pose, you will need 1 or 2 blocks or anything to put your feet on top. Better not to use books because they're really not there for that, but just in case, you know, something that you have at home maybe. So we will need to put I'm putting the pillows away. We will need to elevate our feet. We stand on the block with our feet this way. Our feet are together and our knees are apart. I want you to round your back and to squeeze with your knees, your shoulders. When we will be going forward, Here, maybe you can use 2 or 3 blocks the way it is more comfortable for you. We put our knee over here. Try to find the soft spot, not to hurt yourself. So choose the middle of this bone. And we raise the pelvis a bit. Or maybe even from here if you're on 2 or 3 blocks. And we shift the weight forward. Trying to lift one leg, then another. One more, one, and then another. And actually with the block, it's much easier to feel and kind of like to shift forward. Stay in the pose, try to feel happy. And when you're ready, you can go back into the Balasana pose or into the block. And the third entrance we will do from the Uttanasana pose or the forward fold pose. This is mainly for more experienced practitioners, experienced yogi, or for the one who is stronger, let's say. So if you will work on your strength, you will be able to enter into the crow pose from standing. So we go into the standing position and we forward fold this way. Make a couple breaths, putting our palms on the ground as always, being sure that the elbows are looking back. What we do, our feet are together, knees are apart, and we push the weight forward, and we're trying to hold the balance. One leg at a time. It doesn't always work. Sometimes it slips, so don't worry about that. And then you can go back into the forward fold and repeat as many attempts as you feel like. This pose is really incredible and prepares you for so many other incredible balancing poses on your arms, but as I told you, be sure to warm them up, maybe to do a couple folds, and Bakasana will start being one of your favorite poses. So please let me know if it was useful, if you have any suggestions, and I will see you on the yoga mat soon. Namaste.